What's up guys, ChasingLamely here with another episode of Tipping the Hatters, and we've come back a little bit earlier than I planned to. So we're going through the FA Cup as we do, and got through the fourth qualifying round, and we drew Crewe. And because, as you can see, if I remember where to look for things, Crewe are one of our rivals, a historic rival apparently. I thought we should probably show that game. So we're gonna do the FA. We'll do the Tranmere game like I promised as well in the next episode. So you will see that. Don't panic. If I promise you a game, you'll see the game. But I thought we should definitely do the Crewe game. So we're gonna do the intro. I'm gonna come back with some transfer type stuff, and then I guess we'll play the game. See you in a sec. Okay, so let's catch up on what we've missed. So the last game we saw, I've got to try and remember back, was Torquay, yeah, and we've been unbeaten since then. It's been a good season so far in general. We've only lost once before the Torquay game. So we beat Dagenham Redbridge at home, 3-1. Reece Turner get himself a hat trick. He's had so many hat tricks this year; it's just becoming silly. Barrow, we beat Barrow 4-1, Reece Turner got a goal, Tom Dyson, Frankie Masonda, Jason Oswell. Then we played Chelmsford away, 1-6-2, Oswell got 4, Turner and Dyson on the score sheet. So all so good so far so good. There we go, English. We drew 1-1 away with Woking, Reece Turner gave himself another goal. Then the FA Cup fourth qualifying round came round. Nuneaton, who we'd never beaten up until this point, we'd always lost every time we played Nuneaton up until this point. Got a 2-2 draw at their place, forced to replay. Stevenson got a goal, Josh Nearly with an own goal obviously to secure the draw. Brought them home, 5-0 smashing. Dyson, Graham, Burgess and 2 for Reece Turner really late on, just to take the piss a little bit really. And Tom Dyson missed a penalty, so it could have been much worse for them. Then we played Dover at home, and Reece Turner scored a goal in the first minute, and we just kind of waited it out because that's apparently a thing we're capable of. And the players, because they played so many games over a sort of really short period, started to look a bit tired, so we played Whitehawk away, and I completely changed the side. Gave some guys a chance, so we got a 2-2 draw. Scott Doe got credit for an own goal, by the way, which was sort of the start of our comeback. We were 2-0 down. It didn't make any sense. I'd show you the replay, but I can't figure out how to pick out an individual replay. But basically, Nick Clayton Phillips had a shot, and Scott Doe was vaguely near it but didn't actually touch it. The ball went in the net and he got given credit for an own goal, so unlucky for him, bad for Clayton Phillips because it just destroyed his rating. And yeah, awkward. Also Clark Oda got a go. We're going to call him Clark Oda, the guy who smells. That's gonna stick. It's gonna stink and stick. Yeah, got himself a goal. Ronaldo Pearson and Harry Williams both picked up knocks, which is unfortunate. We've just played York, and we've lost. That's a huge streak of games unbeaten. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If it will drag, there we go. 16 games we got unbeaten, and we threw it all away for York, who've been kind of a thorn in our side for a while anyway. So Reece Turner got himself a goal, Scott Dewberry scored an own goal, which is disappointing, and Sean Newton scored a penalty. just to put the nail in that one. That's pretty much all we've had for games you've missed, so quite a few. There's some transfer business going on. I'll get into that when it becomes more useful. I got given permission by the board to add a scout, and I thought I'd like a player scout, or I didn't want to see Jordan Cox as anything. And then I was flicking. Well, I said I thought I'd like a player scout. I thought, who's retiring soon that might want to be a scout? And Liam Walker popped up. Now, some of you will know the name Liam Walker. He's the best player Gibraltar has ever produced. He's got quite a good history. Last season he played for Notts County, got a few goals. He's done time in Israel, he's done time in Spain, he played for Portsmouth. He's been around a bit. He's a good player, really good player. Our scouts really rate him. Presumably Walker himself isn't doing any of the judging on that, but you can see like he's highly rated. He doesn't play well really in any of the positions that we use, so we're going to kind of bring him in slowly. I'm training him currently to be a ball-winning midfielder, so he'll be a better defensive central midfielder, because his tackling is awful, and he's going to need that. So I thought that was the best way to kind of get it out of him. Hopefully we'll see some of him, because I quite like Liam Walker as a player. He's got a lot of tricks in his bag, quite a good creator. We'll probably see him at some point, but I don't think it's going to be today. So with all that said, I think that's everything I need to cover. Yeah. I should say I think it's everything I need to cover. I don't know if I pointed this out before. I think I mentioned it. Let's have a look where we're at. Sorry, talk among yourselves whilst I figure this out. The trouble with going 8 games is that I forgot what I was doing. There was nothing else I needed to say. That's fine. That all works out in my head. Okay, so team wise, it's largely the team you usually see: Richardson, Yates, Graham, Masonda, Dewberry, Burgess, Tyson, Desprez, Stevenson, Oswald, Turner. We've got Ball, Stott, Warburton, Williams, Rosler, Clayton, Phillips and Minahan on the bench, and hopefully we'll have a match winner here. So let's see what's going on. I forgot to do the preview. The preview, I believe, is probably we are predicted to lose, because Crewe are the division above us, I believe. Let's just check that just to make sure I'm not giving you bad information. Yeah, Crewe are 4th in League 2. We're 3rd in the conference. Should be a close game in theory, but because there's not much to tell between the two divisions. But it's a local derby, and they're definitely the favourites. Let's do the old encouragement thing. Beautiful. Nothing of note. James Yates, by the way, has become a real kind of major player in this squad. That's good to know. So can we do it, boys? Can we beat Crewe? I'd love to think we can. I don't know if I fully believe we can, but I'd love to believe we can. And we seem to be starting off with a really weird kickoff highlight. There you go. Back to normal service resuming. Let's see how this goes, because I'd like us to at least be in the game. This could be a big cup defeat for us. I don't have any illusions we're going to get to the 3rd round again. I think that's unlikely we get to the 3rd round of the FA Cup. I'd like to see us do well. I'd like to see us do slightly better, or do well again in the FA Trophy. That would be nice, but it's gone inches wide. I don't see us having a big FA Cup run this year. I don't know why. Like, I didn't think we'd have a big FA Cup run last year, and we did. But like, even with that kind of tempering of expectations, I don't see it. I don't. I think if we can hold them to 1-0 today, I'll be quite happy. And they're all over us, so I think my fear might be justified. Dewberry there with a header to Stevenson. Stevenson finds a ball through. Oh, he doesn't find a ball through. It's terrible. Baxendale's beating his man, who was just kind of, I don't know, counting daisies or something, and Jordan Bowery has scored himself the opening goal, and I feel like we could be in trouble, like serious, very serious trouble. It's just a hunch, don't ask me why I feel like that. We might be in serious trouble, because if we've conceded one after 15 odd minutes, it's a very real chance we're going to concede 2 or maybe 3 more. That wouldn't be nice. But you know, I came up because it was an important game, so that's why we're doing this. And we're just going to have to hope, boys. Hope is what we have to do. Dupre to Dyson. Dyson on the edge of the box. Ball way back to Dewberry. Come on, that's way too defensive. Dewberry finds Stevenson on a run. Into Turner. Turner's beating his man. Off the bar. That's unnecessary. Oh, we should be doing better with that. Harry Pickering has picked up a knock. That could be, I don't know, a thing. I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, I've heard the name Harry Pickering. I've got a feeling I know him because he's good. That's pretty much all I can tell you. Stefan Sessegnon's in the team as well, which is another name we vaguely all know, I think. No other real big standouts that I can see on their side. We're just we're on the field and we're not doing anything, and it's a bit disconcerting. We seem to be getting back into and getting a few more shots on goal, so we're going to encourage them. Wintle's picked up the ball. Baxendale's through again. Oh, he's put it wide. I think the keeper probably had it covered, but we need to see more. We just need to see more. That's essentially what I'm looking for. There's no real changes to be made either. Like, I don't know. Should play out to half time, see if we can inspire something in them. That's probably going to be half time, I would think, because yeah, there we go. Remind them the pressure is off. I mean, it's very, very obviously not off, based on the fact that we're losing, and that's kind of pressure. But if that's what you tell me to say, well, that's what we'll say. Hopefully we can do something in this one. Bowery puts the ball forward to Pickering. Yates has kind of just ripped the legs out from under him, which is outstanding, and they've got a corner now. Baxendale, Pickering looked like he had a chance, but Ainsley's picked up on the edge of the box. That was, I don't fully understand what happened there, but it's offside anyway, so I don't care. We need to create something. Oswald is not having a good game. He does this, I've noticed he does this occasionally, and as much as I love Oswald and Turner because they do score a lot of goals, and they every so often Jason Oswald, it's very rarely Reece Turner, every so often Jason Oswald just goes completely missing in a game, and it's worrying when he's a guy you kind of rely on for goals. You don't want to have to kind of have him not show up at big moments. Just sort of part of the reason I want Chubik out on loan, so he can develop a bit, and that's part of the reason I bought Harry Williams as well, I think, because I'm in the back of my head I know Oswald can not show up. Dupre's got a cross in. Thought it was headed for Oswald, it wasn't, but Tom Dyson's just hit an absolute screamer from outside the box and put us back into the game. We might have a replay on, boys. We might have a replay on. Dyson with an absolute stunner of a goal. Free kick comes in from Dupre. Looked like Oswald to get it, but Lewis has headed it out. Ainsley's got nowhere near it, and Dyson's just smashed it in. Absolutely ripped it in from outside the box, which is beautiful. And now we've got a game on our hands, boys. And the trouble is, Dyson's now tiring. I can't really take him off because he's by far the best player on the pitch in terms of rating. Decisions. Dyson has got the ball again. Puts the ball through to Oswald. Oswald finds Turner. Turner, oh, it's just wide. Just wide. And suddenly we seem to have come alive a bit. Dupre is not having a great game, so we're going to take him off, I think. We'll take him off and we'll send on Warburton, because he'd usually play there for us if he was starting. And James Graham is booked, so we're going to take him off in favour of Jamie Stott. And then I've got to figure out what I do with that third sub, because now Reece Turner's starting to go missing, and I'm going to need to send on some kind of goal threat at some point. Stevenson's not having a great game either. It's awkward. Do we take off the tireder guy, or let's see where this highlight goes. That's a good idea. Dyson to Burgess. Burgess out to Yates. What's Yates got? Ball out straight through to Burgess. Burgess with the cross, maybe. There we go. Oh, Ung has cleared it, and now they're going to break. Baxendale's through. He's been forced out wide. Can he get anything in? He hasn't, but Stevenson's picked it up. Warburton over the top. Ung has done nothing. And we're back on the defensive again. Bowery in. Walker. Baxendale. Oh, it's a scramble. Just get rid of it. Lewis with the cross to Udo. Just keep giving it back to them. Just someone bang it into touch. Bang it into touch. It's a penalty. Oh no. That was unnecessary. So unnecessary. We really need to save this. Not a chance. Okay, let's make a change. Fresh ideas, fresh bodies. Who's going to do a job for me? Williams, you need to prove a point here today, because you've been begging me for football, and now I need you to score a goal, and you've got 8 minutes to do it. I don't want to be aggressive. Show me what you've got, son. Yates now has picked up the ball. Mid highlight, brilliant. Stott to Burgess. Burgess up to Dyson. Dyson with the ball back to Yates. What's Yates got? Back to the keeper. Richardson, find something. Find anyone. Ball over the top to Oswell. Oswell on to Burgess. Burgess, come on, make some decisions. Yates. Yates to Dyson. That's it, a bit of urgency here. Dyson to Stott. Stott over the top. Turner in? Oh, he's not. Coggins is a... that was all just rubbish in the end. We just need anything really good to happen right now. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to win this. We came so close. Dyson with a free kick over the bar. Really wasn't in danger of troubling anyone but a couple of fans in the back to throw the ball back. Lewis with a free kick over the top. Lowry with a cross. Wintle header. That's the game over. That's the game richly deserved, to be honest. The three guys we usually rely on for goals, Oswald, Turner, Stevenson, just haven't shown up today. None of them have shown up today, really, and that's sad. Williams, I mean, in fairness, I only gave him about 8 minutes to try and change the game, but he was never going to do anything anyway. And we're out of the FA Cup. That's fine. That's one less distraction, because we're trying to win promotion again, back to back. What we do, back to back. Lewis with a header. Dyson might still have some fight in him. Stevenson with the ball over the top, which has just gone nowhere. Cutler finds Lewis to Bowery. Baxendale out to Doyle. What's Doyle got? Ball over to Udo, and now it's through. Oh, Jason Oswell. Oh, I thought he put that away. That's awkward. Anyway, Garrett with a goal kick. Masonda, Warburton heads it on but finds Bowery to Baxendale. Wintle's got the ball now. That's a ridiculous foul. Like, either he kicked him so hard his kneecap is in like row F, or he made a meal of that. Anyway, Wintle with the ball forward. Masonda heads clear the danger, finds Williams to Oswell. Be nice to get a goal, but I think the whistle's going to go anytime now. There we go. It's a 3-1 loss to our rivals. Truthfully, they probably deserved it. Overall, they've been the better side. Dyson wins player of the match, which I think is probably deserved in the grand scheme of things. But we're out, and it's disappointing a little bit. But sometimes it's not to be, and that is the game. That's football. At the risk of dropping every cliche in the book. So sad, but we carry on. We go again. We are still doing okay in the league, which is a big positive for us. We are generally doing well. If we look at the competitions thing, you can see we're third. We're not in danger of automatic promotion. I don't think I said this before. We're not in danger of automatic promotion, but also we're 9 points clear of Tranmere in 8th, which means the playoffs is still very much a possibility, especially since we're only supposed to avoid relegation. We'll give Tom Dyson some praise. Financially as well, things are going better, which is good to see. There's a few players who are unhappy, which is annoying, but that's life. Otherwise, that's pretty much the end of the episode, guys. We'll come back for the Tranmere game in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to stick around, smash the subscribe button. Frankly, if you've seen this many episodes and you haven't subscribed, you're just giving yourself a new extra unnecessary effort, really, because it will give you a pop-up on your Windows to tell you, or your phone to tell you we're live with an episode. Just saying. Watch the documentary in the links below, as well as if you want to check out the other links below, do that. Otherwise, until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Have a good one.